A quick video on making your own instrument layouts in Control. So hit the Shift button to go to the settings menu and hit Edit to edit either your MIDI gen labels or your channel labels. Select a channel label and assign a color and a label. And you can also assign an instrument template. These are mappings that I've already made for instruments. Each mapping consists of 4 pages of 16 pads, each pad having a different CC value, label or note associated with it that you can use to control your instrument. So in this case, we're going to make a blank one, so we'll bring it down to layout free. We hit Shift again, we can turn edit off, and then if we go to all channels and hit the FX channel, we'll see that we now have 4 pages of blank values, except that on page 4 it by default sets up a mixer view for you with volume, pan, gain, sends, filters, and also a mute, solo, and arm button. You can overwrite these if you wish. So if we come back to page 1, you'll see that tapping on it selects the value, but we can't really edit it from here. So to edit a page, we need to unlock the template, and you can do that with the instrument layouts pad. If you tap on it, the lock will go away. Maybe that's a little bit too obscure. I could probably make that a bit clearer. So tap again to lock. Best to keep it locked so you don't muck up your mappings once made. So tap that and make sure the lock is off. And now when we go back into the layout, you'll see that if I tap the pad, it toggles between 2 menu views. And one is the CC value that you're going to send, so we can change the CC value. By default, they increment from CC 30 upwards, so you can kind of leave them there if you don't need specific CCs, or you can change it if you want something different. You can also change the message type from note or to CC, and if I hit the pad again, toggle back to color and label. So here's where I set the color for my pad, and I can also set a label here. There's a whole pile of labels that you can use. Any label with brackets on the outside is a button, so other pads act as a select, and then you can control it with once you're out of edit mode, you hit the pad and you can control the value with the value knob. But back in edit mode, if we select one with a bracket on the outside, it works as a toggle or a button. There is a few of these, including mute, solo, and arm. So if we as well as other ones like program change up and down, so you can have buttons to send program change messages to your synths and move up and down presets. And there's also buttons for toggling GUIs as well that you can assign to open and close the instrument GUI. There's a button called Reset Mixer and Reset Instrument, which will send out the default values for your the CCs are assigned to volume, pan, sends, EQ, FX, mute, and solo. So it will reset all of those to the default values. And reset all will also reset all of your instrument values. So all the default values that you have set for these instrument pages will get reset by hitting that button. So there's lots of kind of buttons in here that do different things, not just sending CCs. But we want to set up a mute button, so we just put it to 64, and if we come out of here and lock the layout again, you'll see that toggling it now toggles the value between 0 and 127, and it also turns the color off. So we've set that to channel 4 CC30. If we create an audio channel here and then go to MIDI control and mute, and we'll assign it to channel 4 CC30. And now coming back in here, we should be able to, we've got to send Mosaic into IUM MIDI control, so to connect it with the mappings of AUM, and now we can toggle here. So if I toggle here, you won't get feedback because we haven't enabled any kind of routing back into Mosaic, but if it's out of sync like it is now, when I press the button, you'll see that the first time nothing happens, and then we're back in sync. So it's not bidirectional, but you can't really get out of sync. So that's how you kind of make up your mappings. Once you've made a full mapping, you can actually hit the log preset button, and like that, and if we go to the log, you'll see that this section here, start preset, end preset, is all the information that I use to set up the mapping in the code. So basically I can copy and paste this into the code, which has made it easier for me to set up some of these things. So hopefully that gives you an idea of how it works. Cheers.